everyone, Lau here. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to a new Barbie kind of video. Yeah, I think I will call it a Barbie haul. It's not an unboxing. I have cleaned not everything. I've cleaned the dolls. I know what's in there. And it's not all of it is Barbie, but it's most of it's Barbie-ish. I have just, like last year in September, October, I've gotten a little bit more into Barbie, and since I went still to flea markets back then, I've acquired kind of a, not big, but for just a couple of months, kind of big Barbie collection, and I definitely told me like that I don't want to get into buying Barbies a lot online. And I've been pretty good, but still I always like go through it online, you know, eBay Kleinanzeigen, all of that stuff, so the used sites. And every now and then I come across something that's interesting to me because it's a lot with different things in it. And this is also how I acquired most of the stuff that I want to show you today and in the next video, because I think I will split it up in two videos. Today I want to focus more on the dolls that were in those lots, and the next video I will show you all the fashions, because this is actually the main thing why I bought these two lots. One of them was a complete Barbie fashion lot, and the other one was a lot where there was a lot of fashion and a couple of dolls and things, and then there was something else where I bought dolls and some fashions. I mean, I have these huge packages here full of Barbie clothes, and they are all from the 80s and 90s. I mean, there might be some in that are more 70s and could be a little bit newer. And I have actually bought these lots in December or even November already. I think in December it was. But I couldn't just show everything to you because it was so difficult to identify most of the stuff. But I have managed to identify most of the fashions, and also kind of the dolls. The dolls are not the most important thing here. Still, I want to show them to you. So the first big lot that I acquired, it was eBay Kleinanzeigen, was a picture. It was really dark and blurry and you couldn't really tell, so it was like, do I want to take a gamble, buy all that stuff? Because I noticed there are some fashion pieces that I'm interested in, and then there were some dolls scattered around. Most of them I was like not interested in from the beginning, and some others I could not even identify. So, and there was also some other stuff, but let's start with one pretty cool doll which was in there. And it's not a Barbie, that's why I say Barbie, kind of. It's her. From the picture, I could not tell. She was laying like this. I think she had something on completely different, or even she was maybe even naked. And I thought it might be a 90s Barbie of some kind. But it's a Sindy. It's a 90s Sindy. So Sindy is, in the 70s or end of 60s, it was a completely different looking doll brand from the UK. But in the 80s and 90s, Hasbro took over and changed their looks to something very Barbie-like. And this is a Sindy doll from 1995. She is the Fiji Sindy, actually. Well, this is not her original clothes. So the dolls that were in those lots, the fashions were not really in. I think part of her outfit was in there because she is usually just wearing a bathing suit. Is it a bikini or is it a bathing suit? I think it's a bathing suit. And I'm just like, I would not even put something like this on my shelves. This is a skirt that was in this lot. This top I just sewed myself very fast, and I would never have bought her like online just because I think like, wow, she's so beautiful or something. I really like the 90s Sindy faces. So I'm not mad about her being in this lot, but I actually bought it just for the cool fashions. But here she is. She has this strange crown on her head, and I cannot remove this. This is fixed there. You can't get this off. Also, the rooting of her hair just starts back there, and sadly she has a little bit of cut bangs, but I don't mind that too much. It looks a little bit like it's meant to be such a very short and uneven bangs, so I'm not really mad about that. It was very hard to find some fashion pieces that I would like on her, because you can't remove that, and I have to pair it with something orange and gold glitter. But in this fashion lot there was this beautiful skirt, and this is actually a 1989 Fantasy Fashions skirt from a fashion pack. So the fashion packs, Fantasy Fashions, always consisted of two complete fashion sets, one for Ken, one for Barbie, and this is a skirt that belonged to one of the Fantasy Fashions for Barbie. It's very cool. It's this my favorite type of material for Barbie clothes, this iridescent like material, and it has a golden shine to it, and it is like orangey red, so it matches her like flower crown thing here. And then I had this super, like, it was a very ugly sack dress, and I just made out this small top for her out of it, because there was nothing else that would fit her. Like, I also found out that these Sindy bodies are different than 90s Barbie bodies. Barbies have a wider chest. She is more flat, so everything that I put on her from Barbie also looked kind of stupid, to be honest. And this little necklace also was in this lot. I just gave it this red like rhinestone here to match the skirt. Just glued it on, nothing else. And I just gave her these hot orange shoes. They don't really fit her because they are Barbie shoes. Sindy's have different shoes than Barbie. I just put it on her just to have something. And I really love this ensemble. I really love this. So she will definitely go on my shelf for now like this. Her hair is really long. It's in okay condition. I boil washed it and gave it a straight because she had braids, so it was kind of wavy. Didn't look that good. It's not super good, but it's also pretty thin because she's just drew it from here. But anyways, it's a lovely doll. I like the faces from the 90s Sindy's, as I said, and in this look I will definitely put her on my shelf. So yeah, nothing that I would originally have bought. Maybe I would bought her at a flea market, I don't know. She was just in there and now I have her and it's okay. There's also a lot of stuff in this lot. Oh my goodness, it's sunny outside. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. It's so horrible weather right now. Like January, February is the time that I hate. The weather is awful here in Germany. Like, but now it's sunny when I'm filming. Okay. As I said, there were also a lot of pieces in there that I have less than no interest in. I will show them to you, but I have no idea. I just will probably put them in my basement or somewhere. For example, this little stroller here. Inside there is a mini baby born. It's nice. It's a nice piece to play along for children. It's nothing for me to collect. It's made by Simba, so it's probably Steffi Love, something like that. So a doll brand that's not Mattel, not Barbie. I don't know, not really into that. The dress definitely is from this baby born thingy. It says Soft Creation. Baby born is from Soft Creation, so something from the 90s, but like I'm not interested in that. It was just in there. Same as this bicycle here, which is kind of cool, to be honest. I'm tempted to keep it. I don't know if I ever want to make a picture. I don't know. I will not put it on display. I will put it somewhere in my under my bed or somewhere like this, in a box or something. It's kind of cool. It doesn't have any marking. I don't know when it's from. I don't know what company made it. Yeah, it was just in there. There were also lots of these small dolls in there. No, these are not Shelly and Kelly or whatever. This is one from also from Simba Toys. So this is probably a Evie Love, or it belongs to Steffi Love, and it's not very old. I think it's more from the 2000s. From what I see on her face, she has nice pink hair. I don't want to keep her, but at least she has shoes. And then there are these two. I think they are twins. They have these huge screws at their backs, so they are some kind of clone dolls. I won't keep those. I don't know what I will do with them either. I just put them somewhere in my basement, as I said, or I just put it out in the street for someone who wants them. Because you can't sell these. They don't sell for anything. And then there's her. I also have no idea what she is. Her back says M&C. I don't know the company M&C. I have no idea. She at least looks different, but she's also not Mattel or anything that I could name. She's not Hasbro or whatever. They were in there, not interested. And also from the photo I could not tell. They could have been Shelly's. Shelly in Europe, Kelly in German, so in American, so the smallest sister of Barbie, but they are not. I've also not cleaned them. You can see she still has something blue here. I have not done the hair because I don't want to spend time on things that I don't want to keep or display or something. Yeah, I still wanted to show them to you. Yeah, and there's also this bed. Huge, nowhere to display it, but it is from Barbie. It says Mattel 1993, I believe, 93. And I found out that it is from a playset, bed something playset from 93, but also not something recognizable. It's not from I don't know, Green Glow or something like that. It's an ordinary playset Barbie bed. Yeah. Don't want to really keep that. As I said, it's just yeah. I also absolutely did not want to ask, can I just have the fashions and then blah blah blah. It was cheap already, so it's just like, it's easier to just ask for the whole thing, because she had it as a set. I don't think that she would have separated some of the dolls or the fashions. And also you couldn't really tell, because this, as I said, it was a really dark and blurry picture. It was more like a gamble. Yeah, there were two of the small dolls in there which I want to keep. These belong to the Barbie line, so they are Shelly's little friends. This is a Daedra, I don't know how you pronounce that name, and I think this is a Marissa. At least this dress is a Marissa dress. I wrote it down. Little Friends of Shelly, or of Kelly, from 97. So she is kind of, she's wearing an original dress. I think it belongs to her. And with these, I cleaned them. I did the hair real nice. They were completely puffy fluff hair. I think also she originally had a curly hair, so she's also supposed to be like a black doll. You know what black hair is. But yeah, when I boil washed it, of course it went straight. They're really sweet. I might find a nice place for them, and I remember having one of those with more like brown reddish hair, one of those Shellys. So this is not an original dress. It doesn't have a Barbie tag in there, so I just put it on her. There is a little bit more Shelly Kelly fashion in there. I want to show that to you separately in the next video, but this might be the correct dress to that doll. None of them have shoes. Oh my goodness, but anyways. I gave both of them nice hairstyling, and yeah, I don't think that a lot of people are really into those. I just remember having one or two of them when I was young, so it's just, they are cute, so why not? Yeah, also in this haul was her. So it's really a hodgepodge of different things. As I said, the biggest part was fashions. You will see that in the next video. Also a doll that I would not have bought myself normally, but as it is, when you have them in those hauls, I found quite a liking of her. I really think she's cute. This is of course a Skipper. It's not that easy. It was not that easy to identify her from the looks. When I just saw her, she's like, this is a 70s Skipper. This is the first Skipper face mold. I can tell that. Also the way the hair is done with this super straight, kind of short bangs, and also that she doesn't have this super long hair. This is kind of a natural hair length, right? I mean, this is kind of what your hair would be length when it's like a waist length, something like that. So this is definitely not a late 80s, early 90s Skipper. But I still had a lot of problems identifying her. And she was wearing that outfit here. And this is an original Skipper outfit. It's actually, the outfit is from the Super Teen Skipper. Whenever I have these little pieces here, that's where I wrote down what it is. The Super Teen Skipper from 1979, so that would make a sense with what I estimated what she could be. But the Super Teen Skipper actually has a different face mold. Skipper face molds, guys, that's kind of strange thing. There's this first Skipper face mold, started in 1969, I think, or 63 already. It could be 63. Anyways, in the 60s definitely. And it was used up until, I think the last one to be released with this face mold is in 1988. So super long time. But in between, they have released new Skipper faces, and they've just used them for 1, 2, 3 dolls. And then always still used also the other Skipper face. And the Super Teen Skipper, which would have this outfit, also like would be a skirt. She would have a skateboard. She's on a different face mold, so this is not the original outfit to her. But it was the best that I could put on her. Of course, there's a lot of things missing. She would have 2 of these arm wraps. She would also have them for the knees. As I said, shoes, a long skirt, blah blah blah. Now, what is she actually when she's not the Super Teen Skipper from that outfit? Okay, I have written it down. There are 3 dolls that she could be. It could be the Play With Skipper or Spiel mit Skipper, a European exclusive from 78. It could be the Beach Fun Skipper from 79. Or actually all of them are European exclusives, I think. Or the Sports Star Skipper from 1980. So 78, 79 or 80. That's around the time when this face with this face paint was used. So can you see her eyes? They have this little bit of it's like she's smiling, like her cheeks are making her eyes a little bit concave here. I found this type of face paint for Skipper only on these 3 dolls. So Play With Skipper, Sports Star Skipper or Beach Fun Skipper. From the late 70s or early 80s. Other than that, she's in okay condition. I think her head is a little bit discolored from her body. Her hair is in good condition. She has one little problem here. This is from bending the knees, but it still works lovely. And actually all of the dolls in this lot have glittery legs. So someone must have put a lot of glitter on all of the legs. It's not that noticeable, and I mean, it's just glitter. So I have tried to get it off, but most of it is still on, to be honest. Now the last Barbie that was in this lot, oh my goodness, it's getting so dark here because the sun makes this side way lighter. I'm sorry for the lighting situation. Actually, I do the same as I always do, but the sun makes this part very much lighter than this. Anyways, the last Barbie which was in this lot was actually this one. No, this is the dress doesn't belong to her. I just put it on because this is a little bit more of a newer Barbie. I also could not really identify her. She must be, because she has these really narrow eyes, and from the face, I think she is on the Generation Girl face mold, but the face painting or screening is very slim eyes, etc. So I guess she must be from around, let's say, 2003 to 2008, around that time, because that's the time when the dolls started to look like that. She's really straight face, as hair. She had two braided small braids on top here. Still, I couldn't identify. I think it's one that's very like simple dress up Barbie something. The dress is actually from the Cool Clips Barbie, which is a doll from 1999 or 2000, around that time. So that's why I put this dress on her, because it's probably the newest piece that's in there, one of the newer pieces, and I like it. I actually have also no interest in this doll, so I don't want to put her on display or something. She was just in there. I was hoping, because I couldn't see that in the picture, it would be maybe another doll, maybe more from the 90s or something. This is the face I absolutely don't like. She had also all over her face was smudged like glitter, more glitter. I think it was even nail polish or something. So her whole mouth, I had to like remove all of it, and obviously the face paint was like also got removed. Yes, I always tried at first without any acetone, but it's not going off without acetone, then then there's no other way than also remove a little bit of the face paint, and that's why she looks a little bit wonky. So here you can see what I mean with these very narrow eyes. This is a Barbie look I don't like. I don't think that they are cute. They look more like, they look very arrogant. That's what they look to me. Pretty like nice hair, very straight, but very nice quality. I mean, I boil washed it, so it became better. And the dress I really like, the cool tops Barbie, cool tops, cool clips, tops, that's something else. The Cool Clips Barbie, she had, of course, she had like hair clips, stuff to put in her hair, blah blah blah, and this is the dress. I think you could also remove these flowers and clip them onto somewhere else. These shoes were also in this lot. This is the only pair of shoes that was in there. All the other shoes are just single shoes. And yeah, I put it on her because I think the Cool Clips Barbie came with similar shoes, just a little bit different shade of pink, but yeah, I don't want to keep her, but for now I just have her. I don't know. If someone's interested in these kind of Barbies or wants to have her for repaint or whatever, just tell me. I have no interest in her. Yeah, as I said, the other lot that I bought, there was Just Fashions. That was fun. It was a little bit strange because I absolutely did not get what was on the picture. I got a different lot of clothes, but this was even better. But as I said, I want to show that to you separately in the next video. But I have two more dolls to show you, and those I bought specifically. I wanted to have those, and I got some fashions with them. And finally, I have some 90s skippers, or yeah, I could even say 80s, because they're actually from the 80s, late 80s, early 90s skippers. I'm obsessed with their faces. So apart from like the 80s, 90s superstar era Barbie faces, I think that era of skipper face is my favorite. Yes, this was also a skipper. And this is, as I said, there were a couple of other faces in between these, but still that's kind of a strange time, like the end of the 80s, maybe like 88, 87, something like that. There were 3 different, or maybe even more, different skipper face molds out there. There were skippers still produced with this face, Some skippers still had the another skipper face in between, and some already were released with these faces. And I have not found any of them at the flea market. I don't think that they are out there as much as, you know, Barbies or Kens or I don't know. Of course, Barbie was probably more popular than Skipper, but also these are very prone to broken necks. I bought these two very cheap. No, they did not come with the fashions that I have on. This is actually the fashion from the babysitting skipper that I found at the flea market. You have probably seen that in a video if you're following my channel. I can link that definitely if you want to see where I found this fashion set. And she also, I think one of them came with a dress, but not a real skipper dress. And she actually has these awful pink spots on her legs. Her neck was okay. She had a completely broken neckline, so her head was, I could remove it, and I did everything that I could to like restore both of them. Also, the hair did not look as good as they are now. I will now put the clip in now where I try to show you very fast how I managed to restore them. So I have these two skippers here. This is actually the Style Magic skipper. I mean, her hair is actually still pretty amazing. She's got these two different hair colors, and this is like in 2 layers. I don't know, but it's still a little rough, and I want to all wash it and then maybe try to replicate the style, the curls. I don't know if that works out. She has these ugly spots here. This, what I would call regrind with ponies. I don't know what it's called with those. It's basically the same. These highlighter marks, which are not highlighter marks, it's just ultimately at one point the whole legs will turn this really neon color. But if I put something on her, like long dress or something, it might not be as bad. Whoo, what's here? Yeah, her hat is still on. There's a little bit of, like, it could fall off, so I will definitely try to squeeze it in as much as possible. I don't know if that works, but here the head is already fallen off. That's very typical with these skippers. The neck joints are really not well made. I don't know, they chip off all the time. This is the Cool Tops skipper. She's got a straight hair and a little bit of bangs here. And I want to make her hair real nice. They're not dirty, so I don't really have to like scrub, wash them, whatever. But it's, yeah. And of course I have to give her a new neck joint. Of course, first I condition the hair and then I comb it through before I try the boil wash. So with the Style Magic skipper, I already curled her hair. So the very front ones here, the smallest like straws are for her bangs. Then the other ones here, these see-through ones, are like her upper layer. And then I just took 3 of these like human size curlers for the long hair. So let's see how that works. I have already boiled up some water, so So that will do it, and now it has to fully dry, really fully dry, otherwise it won't retain the curls. And now let's move on to the straight hair, which, yeah. The other technique I call a boil perm, because it's like a perm, it's curls, and this is just a boil wash, but you always have to comb through it in between. So the hair feels already pretty nice again, and now I've also curled her bangs, and yeah, I will just also put it into the boiling water. So now as the head is ready, I mean the hair, I definitely need to take care of doing something to put the head back on. And I know you have told me, like people that are way more into doll restoration, that you can get old, what are they called? I don't know, plugs or whatever, from like real Barbies or skippers or whatever to repair it. I don't have any. I have not found any since the last time I prepared Barbie and doll heads. So I will go again with my method of just using a piece of Warbler, so thermoplastic material that I can heat up with my heat gun and mold in kind of a ball joint. Let's see how that goes. In the meantime, while I'm heating up the head, so the head gets a little bit more squishy, and I let this cool down, I think we can at least work on this here and remove all of the curlers. And then let's see how it turns out and what we can do to make it better, comb it through or whatever. Let's see. Don't want to like really brush it through a lot, but I got myself here one of those like newer Barbie brushes with these giant forks. I don't know what they're called. Maybe just slightly for the top. She turned out amazing. A little bit funky still here, but I guess over time it will also hang out a little bit. And if I would take a little bit of water maybe just on my fingers and go through it, but I don't dare for right now. It just looks, oh, I love it. It's obviously, it's more wavy than it was initially, I guess. But these big 90 curls are pretty difficult to replicate, but I think it's kind of okay. No, this is too big. I need to heat it up again and cut it a little bit down. Okay, it's on! Yay! I just gave her something now to wear. Probably the same thing that you will see in the video. Yay! Just a little bit up and down, more side to side. So, as you heard me say in the video, this is actually the Style Magic skipper with these two tones of hair, very voluminous curls. She is like wearing these jeans and light pink fashion outfit with these like geometrical patterns on it, so very early 90s. She is from 89, so late 80s, early 90s. She's from 89, and oh, I just love her. I think she looks amazing in this outfit, so that's what I will keep her in. I also have the babies for the babysitting skipper doll, and babysitting skipper also had huge curls. Not as huge as her, but yeah. I especially love those faces because they have so huge eyes. They look very animated, cute, cartoony, less than like what a realistic human being would look like. They have huge cute eyes. They are really, really cutesy. This is my favorite face mold for skipper, and I think she turned out pretty nice. I have a little bit of a problem finding shoes for skippers, so these are actually Barbie shoes. They fit her kind of okay. It's pretty difficult to get them on. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I will have luck at one time finding some shoes for skipper. Also the other one here, the other one, I don't have shoes for her. I also don't have shoes for the Sindy. It's so difficult. None of those dolls have the same feet as Barbie. And then she actually is the cool tops skipper. That's how I was like, cool clips. I said cool tops. No. Cool tops skipper. She had like straight hair originally, and not as straight, you know, when you boil wash Barbie's hair, then or skipper, whatever, then it gets even straighter than it usually was. But I also think she is amazing. I have a purpose for her. I want to put her in some fashions. I don't have the cool tops skipper fashions. I have something else in those huge bags here that I want to put her in. that's why I originally wanted one skipper at least, and then I thought, oh, I also have this fashion, so let's just get two. They were really cheap, as I said, because they had like broken necks, etc. I think she was €4 and she was €2, so it was like €6 together. And then I bought some other fashions, so it was around €10 that I paid for both of them online. These are even flea market prices, right? But of course I had to work on them. So yeah, what she's wearing, this top is something from my childhood, and it used to be a Skipper fashion pack, actually for the little bit later Skipper, so from 1995. She already got a new face mold again, and this Skipper, I think this is a fashion pack from that Skipper era. The trousers were just in that huge lot and they fit her, so maybe they are Skipper trousers. I don't know, I couldn't find out what they are. Some kind of jeans fashion, denim fashion, something. Yeah, so you see it is the same face mold, a little bit different painted. She's got more like pink lips, and she doesn't have this huge eyeshadow. She's from 1990, also early 90s. And yeah, this is an original Skipper fashion pack outfit from my childhood. I don't think that I had a Skipper back then. I think I just had a Stacy, which she is even smaller than Skipper. But I love Skipper not only for her look and like with this head face mold, but I also love Skipper because of the Barbie cassette tapes that I'm obsessed with them. They are so fun to listen to, and Skipper is amazing. Skipper is just the best. So yeah, this is actually the Barbie-ish, because there's just one Barbie in it, you know. Skipper, which belongs to Barbie, Skipper belongs to Barbie, some Shelly, Kelly friends belong to Barbie, but there's also a Sindy from Hasbro and a lot of like clone doll things, and yeah, that's why I said Barbie-ish, but it's actually very much a Barbie haul. So as I said, I will film this other thing right now, but you will see it in the next video. I don't know if you will see it in a couple of days already, or if I take a little bit longer and put it up next week, because right now I'm more like, let's chill a little bit and put just up one video per week. But maybe if I'm just too excited to also put out this video, I might not really take a whole week before I like edit and upload the other Barbie clothing video. But thank you for watching. Yeah, sometimes my comments are a little bit tricky and not open. If they are open, maybe tell me if what you think. I would be very curious which Skipper face is your favorite. Do you prefer these older Skippers? By the way, she is definitely also smaller, so Skipper definitely grew up. I'm going to show that to you. Can you see? Oops. She is way smaller. Then there were some Skipper faces in between. They were a little bit taller than her. Then there is the 1995 Skipper face. She also is a little bit taller already. And at one point in the late 90s, 1999 or something, Skipper had almost the same size as Barbie, which is, it's crazy. I would like to know what your favorite Skipper head mold is. Mine definitely is this one. I don't know what she is called. Is she? I don't know what this. Sometimes the head molds are called like the first dolls that were released. I don't know which one this is. Yeah. So again, tell me which one is your favorite Skipper head mold, or whatever you want. So thank you for watching. See you real soon, and may the toys be with you. Bye.